Not too long ago, I watched the Netflix series Full Swing, and I was like, dang, I want to golf. So when my homie came from Florida and invited me to Topgolf, I was like, hell yeah. I told him to act cool for the video, but they were clueless. Inside is pretty jazzy. You can make reservations in advance or purchase while there. I said, redeem yourselves and be cool going up the stairs. Nope. So I feel like they have one of these in every major city. There's multiple levels and every level has several bays. On this night, the lower level was really family oriented, but we were on level 2 and here was my chance to learn how to golf. So you pick your club, it spits the little ball out, and then it's your moment. Surprisingly, my friends were really good at this. I mean, they were doing the practice shots and all. Now, even though these are in every city, the view of the Las Vegas Strip in the background is unbeatable.
When your date takes you to Topgolf.
Nice.
Here is everything you need to know about one of Vegas's favorite free attractions, the Bellagio Conservatory and Botanical Gardens. This summer's theme is called Majesty, the Grandeur of Nature, and features several depictions of Mother Nature. The summer display is available until September 9th, and the entire conservatory is open 24 hours a day. It expands 14,000 square feet and includes curated sights, sounds, and scents. A dedicated horticulture and engineering team curates each season's theme, as well as a conservation team that focuses on repurposing as many flowers and plants as possible. And of course, it is a great place to take pictures. My favorite spot being just to the left of the main entrance. There is normally nobody there, and it's a great opportunity to get a picture by yourself. Check it out and tag me if you visit.
You don't go on coffee dates with a girl for a first date, because one of the reasons why we don't do that, or why it's bad, it's not that you have to have sex with us on the first date, but when you cut our balls off before the date even starts by saying coffee, because there's no chance we're gonna have sex. But when I hear coffee, that's what I think the intention is. Like, hey, we're gonna go have a friendly date.
Starbucks.
Yeah, when I'm like, hey, no, we're gonna go to Mastro's and then afterwards go to Zook or go to Omnia, they're like, okay, now I understand this is a little bit more of a date. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
She's going to let me.
I'm putting out for sure.
She's going to let me impress or allow me the opportunity to. So if she doesn't, with this girl, I've just felt like this negativity was looming over the entire thing. And I've been on dates with girls like that, and this one girl, probably one of the most attractive women I've ever seen in Las Vegas. She deals with this debilitating social anxiety to the point where I was legitimately turned off. I just realized, like, there is no way you could keep up with me sexually, like, with that level of depression that you're dealing with. And she's so beautiful. I just remember thinking, we're just friends now, but that's what I was thinking. For the YouTube guys, I love to go axe throwing. You know why? Because if she up and leaves, I get to throw fucking more axes. I get to throw axes. I love axe throwing, dude. I love going to do things that are...
The black man sees the coffee date as a cheap way to get some sex, but the white man sees the coffee date as a guaranteed way not to get sex. So the white man has been trained to spend money. That's if it's in his budget, because not everybody is rich. We really got to get out of that fantasy land.
There's a guy out there that would worship the out of you. And he's tall and he's good looking and he works in Doctors Without Borders and he lives in Des Moines, Iowa. He's whatever. I'm making up a guy.
That.
I'm making up a guy, but there is a guy like that out there. And we were going to the Maxim party at Palladium. I remember this. And I looked at you and I go, he can't get into the Maxim party.
I don't care.
Hold on. He can't get to the Playboy Mansion.
Call me up.
He doesn't know, but you think so, but it doesn't work like that because when you first meet him, one of the problems is, maybe we're not talking about you, but if we talk about your friends, you'll agree with me.
Yeah.
There are guys who have that magic formula. Pull up with the Lambo.
Yes.
We're going to have dinner at this nice spot. I'm not even saying that they're sugar daddies or anything like that.
Right.
They just know this correct. They're so good at that first date. They're better.
It's the same song and dance every single time, girls.
So
hello.
You're in a city with a bunch of men competing for these attractive women. The guys who are going to do bad. You know what the worst guy to date is? The guy who's really good at the first date.
Yes.
The guy who's really good at the first date.
Because he's done it 100 million times.
100 times.
Why do you think he's so good?
If you go hire somebody who's like, he's been working for whatever job and he's in his mid-30s and he's been fired from a bunch of companies and you go do the interview and it's the best interview you ever seen in your life, it's because he's good at doing interviews.
Right.
Because this motherfucker gets fired all the time. Right? So this is the same thing when you ladies go, bro, I mean, I'm telling you, these first date things that these guys do, they're so smooth and polished. They come out there, the chef says, by the way, this is what happens to me. If you go with me to a restaurant here, the chef's going to come out and say, hey, Michael, what's going on? And hug me. And the whole thing is just this ambiance because I go on a lot of dates.
Right.
Do you know what's so sad? Black men have such easy access to a black woman's womb that he feels he doesn't have to put in any effort. And they get so mad at black women having all these babies like they're not a participant in the act. It's hilarious. The same men that complain about Lori Harvey are the same men that got 2, 3, 4, 5 baby mamas. But Lori Harvey doesn't have any kids. It makes no sense why they mad at her. At least she's not out here having babies out of wedlock year after year. I mean, give her some credit. More and more women on TikTok and YouTube talk about how men are trapping women into having babies. That is some sad shit. So you mean to tell me you got men sitting around poking holes in their condom packages? It's crazy. When a man is on top of his purpose, the last thing he wants to do is create a bunch of babies in the community. You know why the rapper Future is really mad at Lori Harvey? Because he didn't get a chance to knock her up. And you know why? Because Lori Harvey's mother told her, if you want the big bag, don't be a baby mama. Be somebody's wife. And of course, the man should be super successful and bear his children. Now let's talk about Marjorie Harvey because she's back in the news. They say that she allegedly slept with the bodyguard. Isn't this an old story? I've heard this before. This is an old story that has resurfaced. Anyways, go ahead and play that clip of Marjorie. Roll it.
Right. Oh, is that?
Yeah, I want it.
You already got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
One thing about Marjorie, she's going to stay in shape for as long as she can. She understands her body is her currency. I'm not mad at her. I don't think Steve Harvey is going to divorce his wife because, number one, there's no prenup. He's not ready to split those assets down the middle and then go find a new girlfriend and then he got to train her to be like Marjorie. Hell, it's cheaper to keep her. I wouldn't be surprised if they both had somebody on the side or persons on the side. They might as well just have an open marriage and continue living their lives. I don't think he want to see her run off with the pool boy anyway. Allegedly. Did I say alleged? Anyways, good luck to them, but I really don't think they're going to get a divorce, but who knows? Now let's move on to Brittany Renner in Charleston White. Go ahead and roll the clip.
It's uncomfortable to be wet.
Is it?
Yeah. I've never been wet before, but yeah, I'm sure it's uncomfortable to be wet.
You know, moist is one thing, but wet is just another. It ain't what we shooting for. You know what I mean?
What?
Isn't that
Miss Ma'am?
No.
No, come on, please. Come on, man, please.
No.
Come on, man, please.
I need you to be kind and respectful to my guests.
Oh, boy, come on, man, please.
Where that pig poker at, man? Go ahead and get the pig poker out. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I did nothing.
What's that other girl, man? I sure hate to say this too, boy. I want to get that Brittany Renner. You hear me?
You do?
Yeah, that Brittany Renner. And
Careful what you wish for. You just might get it. So Brittany Renner and Charleston White were on a broadcast. With those two wild personalities, anything can happen. I've seen the reaction videos about Brittany and Charleston, and people are thinking Brittany was either inebriated or popping pills. I think sex kitten programming.
The hidden truth about leopard print being worn, occult symbolism.
They show this stuff to you on TV to make you feel more comfortable and relaxed with something called beta kitten programming. Beta kitten programming is something that is done to people who are able to influence the masses, and that is to create victims and predators. See those people dressed as cats? Those were once victims, now they are predators. This very same process was done to me. This is what is done in the industry, and it is to create a Luciferian army, a bunch of people who hate God and who rebel against God. This programming keeps you trapped inside of your own self, and you are not even aware or able to speak out against the things that are done to you. But there's horrible, horrible sexual abuse that are done to these people. When you see the animal print, when you see when you see this, understand that those people are not happy. They are controlled. They are programmed. And they exist now to program you. You understand? This is not a new thing. The mind perceives things a very specific way. And very specific people have figured that out. And they figured out how to abuse the human mind. And intentionally and in an organized manner, make a person possessed to their benefit. And it's done through ritual abuse and drugs and the esoteric. I was used to bring other beta kittens into the same world that I was trapped in, and I didn't know. And that's why I have to tell y'all this. Because I created and caused suffering because I could not escape my programming without Jesus. Until Jesus Christ, I was trapped. And I was a person that was basically dangerous to people, just like celebrities are. So you understand, when you take in these things, when you watch these people on TV, you're taking in programming to make you a victim and eventually a predator.
The honey trap is a spy technique that we know the Chinese use. They will send a beautiful woman to seduce a powerful man and try to get him in a compromised position in order to influence him or blackmail him. Most recently, we saw this when Representative Eric Swalwell of California was seduced by a Chinese spy called Feng Feng. It was discovered that Feng Feng had slept with 2 Midwestern mayors before Eric Swalwell. So, she was a spy going around and having sex with powerful politicians. On the Hunter Biden laptop, we see the correspondence between Hunter and Jackie Bao, and the emails are not very professional. In fact, it seems like Jackie is being flirty. She would write things like, "You have such a charismatic personality, and I know you are a super nice person that I'm naturally drawn to. So, you know, I have your best interest at heart, and I want to do something for you to show my appreciation." Now, I have had many bosses in my day, and I have never written something like this. This is flirting. She was also pressuring Hunter Biden to encourage Joe Biden to run for president. She writes, "You should not be distracted by random media articles. You need to help Uncle Joe run for president. Your father really should run for 2020 for this country." Doesn't it seem odd that this secretary is trying to insert herself into presidential politics? And then there's an email where she explains that she is holding Hunter Biden's dog tags in her apartment. Here's a photo of Hunter. You can see his dog tags. Again, I have been in the business world a long time. A boss's necklace does not end up in his secretary's apartment unless they're sleeping together. So from this evidence, it looks like Hunter was sleeping with a Chinese spy.
There was a time on YouTube where people talked a lot about sex kitten programming and honey traps, but not so much anymore. Now everybody's laser focused on relationships, baby mothers, baby daddies, polygamy, etc. Is it possible that Brittany Renner is under sex kitten programming? Or is she just a young woman looking for love? I don't know. I'm gonna let you be the judge. Whatever the case is, it's time for an intervention. I'm Star. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. Good night.